Did you know that some daily habits can make you look older, less confident, or even less approachable to others? Everyone notices these things, but no one wants to be the one to tell you. Today, we're going to reveal 6 bad habits that make you look older and how to fix them before it's too late. And pay close attention because the 4th habit might surprise you. One of the first things people notice but rarely mention is when someone stops taking care of themselves. As we age, it's easy to overlook the little things, like going too long without a haircut, ignoring dry skin, or repeatedly reaching for that old shirt from the closet. On the other hand, messy hair, overgrown nails, and poorly cared for clothing can send the message that you're tired, disconnected, or even closed off. Meet John, an 82-year-old man who was always known for looking well-groomed. But over time, things started to slip. His hair grew a bit messy. His eyebrows thickened and pointed in all directions. He began wearing the same worn-out shirt day after day. His family noticed, his neighbors noticed, but no one said a word. It wasn't until one day, when John looked in the mirror and realized how different he appeared, that he decided to get a haircut, shave, and refresh his wardrobe. Almost immediately, he felt lighter, more energetic, stood taller, and noticed people responding more positively to him. So, what can you do? Keep it simple. Schedule regular haircuts, keep your nails trimmed, and wear clean. If skincare isn't a priority, a simple moisturizer and lip balm can instantly make you look brighter and fresher. If you have a beard or mustache, a neat trim can make a big difference in how well-groomed and confident you appear. You don't have to spend hours in front of the mirror. Just paying a little more attention to your self-care can help you look healthier, feel more confident, and make sure you're making the best impression possible. Comment number 1 if you're confident that you've been taking care of yourself, or comment 0 if you think it's time to make a change. Next, we'll talk about a habit that can unintentionally push people away in conversations, and how to fix it before it ruins your relationships. Stay tuned. A common, yet often unspoken issue as we get older is the change in how we communicate. It's not that you're saying the wrong things, it's just that you might be speaking louder than you realize, or interrupting others more than you'd like. The reason is simple. When your hearing declines, your brain has to work harder to recognize your own voice. To compensate, you unconsciously speak louder without realizing it. Interrupting others often goes hand in hand with this. Since hearing loss makes it harder to follow the flow of conversation, people sometimes jump in too quickly, thinking it's their turn to speak, when in fact they've just interrupted someone. Most people won't tell you. They'll quietly step back or keep their distance. Meet someone like Tom, a 75-year-old man who loves spending time with friends and family, sharing stories, and making people laugh. Over time, Tom started speaking louder and occasionally interrupting others mid-sentence without realizing it. His family noticed, his friends noticed, but no one wanted to embarrass him by saying, "Tom, you're speaking too loud." One evening at a dinner party, Tom noticed that people seemed to lean back slightly when he spoke. That's when he realized his voice had become much louder than he thought. After getting his hearing checked and making an effort to lower his volume, Tom noticed something interesting. Conversations flowed more smoothly, and people seemed more comfortable around him. And you don't need to worry. This is a normal reaction as we age. According to the National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders, nearly 1 in 3 people between the ages of 65 and 74 experiences some degree of hearing loss. That number rises to nearly 1 in 2 for those over the age of 75. The gradual decline often happens so slowly that people don't even realize they're speaking louder to compensate. So, what can you do? First, pay attention to how others react when you speak. If people lean back, lower their voice, or seem hesitant to talk, that may be a sign you should lower your volume. If you suspect you have hearing loss, take a simple hearing test to help you manage your speech better. If you find yourself speaking quickly or talking over others, take a pause. This small habit gives others space to share their thoughts and keeps conversations balanced and engaging. Additionally, speaking at a natural volume and allowing room for real back-and-forth discussion makes social interactions more enjoyable for everyone. When you communicate with awareness and confidence, people will want to talk to you more, not less. If you're still watching this video and found this information helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. Stay tuned because the best advice is still ahead. One of the most overlooked aspects of aging is clothing. Many older adults tend to hold on to the same set of clothes for many years because they feel comfortable, familiar, or simply because they no longer prioritize fashion as they once did. And that's when things can quietly take a turn for the worse. Let's meet James, a 79-year-old man who had always taken pride in his appearance. But over time, he stopped paying attention to what he wore. He relied on old, baggy, faded clothes that had lost their shape. His family noticed, his friends noticed, but no one said a word. Then one day, he put on a well-fitted button-down shirt and a pair of newer pants, and everything changed. People complimented him. He felt more confident, more energetic. He didn't have to change much, but those small adjustments made a huge difference. The reason is that clothing sends signals, whether you realize it or not. Research published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology shows that the clothes we wear not only influence how others perceive us, but also affect our own behavior and confidence. This concept, known as in-clothed cognition, suggests that wearing well-fitted, intentional clothing can actually improve your focus, mood, and energy levels. On the other hand, baggy, worn-out clothing can send a different message of low energy, isolation, or even poor health. And even if that's not how you feel, people may inadvertently react to you that way. So, what can you do? Start small. A button-down shirt, a well-fitted pair of pants, or a stylish jacket can make a big difference. Pay attention to colors that flatter your skin tone, and choose fabrics that feel comfortable yet maintain their shape. A simple watch, a thoughtfully chosen belt, or a clean pair of shoes can elevate your entire look without much effort. If you're unsure where to start, don't hesitate to ask a fashionable friend or visit a store where staff can recommend pieces that suit your body type and lifestyle. So, if you've been feeling overlooked or less vibrant than before, start with something small. Pick one item, a new shirt, a new pair of pants, or a jacket that makes you feel comfortable, and see what happens. If you found this helpful to you or your loved ones, please share this video with those who need to hear it. And don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to our channel. And get ready, because next we'll talk about a surprisingly bad habit that could be making you look older without you even realizing it. Stay tuned. One of the quickest ways to push people away without even realizing it is to constantly complain or criticize. It's easy to fall into the habit of commenting on everything that's wrong, whether it's modern technology, traffic, your health, or just how things aren't the way they used to be. The problem is that even if you don't mean to be negative, this kind of talk can sap the energy of the conversation, making people less likely to want to spend time with you. Take someone like David, a 73-year-old man who loves sharing his thoughts. At first, his comments were just small remarks about how things were better in the past, how young people don't work as hard as they used to, or how modern technology is too complicated. But over time, his family and friends started spending less time with him. They still loved him, but they found themselves avoiding long conversations because they knew they'd have to hear a lot of negativity. One day, his granddaughter asked him, "Grandpa, Is there anything you actually like these days? That question made him think a lot. He realized he had stopped focusing on the good things in life. The problem here is, negative energy is contagious. According to research published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, excessive negativity can leave people feeling emotionally drained, even when they genuinely care about the person they're talking to. Over time, those exhausting conversations quietly push people away. Not because they don't love you, but because they need to protect their own mental well-being. So, what can you do? Start by paying attention to your conversations. If you notice yourself pointing out what's wrong, whether it's the weather, politics, or your aches and pains, pause for a moment and try to shift gears. If you find that happening often, challenge yourself to change your focus. Instead of saying, "Everything was better back in my day," try saying, "Things were different back in my day, but I have to admit, this new way is pretty interesting." And instead of dwelling on what's wrong, look for something funny in every situation. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel good. People who share their thoughts with warmth, curiosity, and positivity. Next, we'll explore a powerful yet often overlooked habit that can quietly make you appear older and less confident, even if you feel young at heart. Stay tuned. This one's important. The truth is, your body language has more power than your words. People don't just hear what you say, they see it in the way you stand, walk, and behave. And what's surprising? Poor posture can unintentionally make you appear weak, tired, or disconnected, even if that's not how you feel inside. Let's meet Susan, an 83-year-old woman who is always active and independent. Over time, she noticed that people constantly offered to help her, even when she didn't need it. Strangers and family members treated her as though she was fragile. She couldn't understand why until she saw a photo of herself standing with slumped shoulders, arms crossed, and her head tilted downward. That's when she realized her body language was sending the wrong message. After focusing on standing taller, walking with purpose, and maintaining eye contact, people started treating her differently, like a strong, capable woman. Most importantly, Susan felt better. Standing up straight made her feel more powerful, not just physically, but mentally too. Research published in the Journal of Health Psychology shows that adopting an upright posture can significantly improve your mood, energy levels, and sense of confidence. People who stand tall and move with purpose tend to feel stronger, and they project that energy to others. On the other hand, slouching, shuffling your feet, or crossing your arms can unintentionally signal that you're tired, closed off, or unsure of yourself, even if that's not the truth. And this isn't just about appearances, it's about your health too. Studies from Harvard Health Publishing reveal that poor posture can strain muscles, cause joint pain, and even reduce lung capacity, leaving you feeling more fatigued than you actually are. So, what can you do? Start by paying attention to your posture when you sit, stand, or walk. A simple tip is to imagine a string gently pulling you upward from the top of your head. This naturally aligns your spine without feeling stiff or forced. When walking, instead of dragging your feet, take purposeful steps. While speaking, face people directly. Maintain comfortable eye contact, and use small hand gestures to keep the conversation dynamic and engaging. You can also build strength with simple exercises like yoga, stretching, or light resistance training, all of which can help improve your posture over time. Stronger muscles in your back, core, and shoulders make it easier to stand tall without extra effort. By making these small adjustments, you can instantly appear more confident, capable, and approachable, all without saying a word. Which of these exercises will you try first? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned. Next up is one of the most annoying, yet most important habits. One of the most unpleasant habits that people often notice but rarely mention is body odor or bad breath. As we age, our sense of smell naturally weakens. According to research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, nearly 1 in 4 adults over the age of 70 experiences a reduced ability to detect odors. This means you may not notice changes in your own scent, but others will. And because most people won't tell you directly, they may simply avoid getting too close, or quietly keep their distance altogether. Meet Frank, a 78-year-old man known for being the life of the party. He loves reconnecting with old friends, but he started to notice that people were now keeping their distance and cutting conversations short with polite excuses. It wasn't until his daughter gently suggested he try a new mouthwash and drink more water throughout the day that he realized what was happening. Frank began making a few small changes, drinking more water throughout the day, switching to an alcohol-free mouthwash, and chewing sugar-free gum after meals. He also started using a stronger deodorant and washing his clothes more frequently. And the result? People started to take notice, in a good way. Friends no longer stepped back, and conversations became warmer and more engaging. Frank felt more confident and connected to life. So, why does this happen? As we age, dry mouth becomes more common, often as a side effect of medications. With less saliva, bacteria thrive, leading to persistent bad breath. Additionally, certain foods, medications, and age-related metabolic changes can also alter body odor. Sometimes, the reason is as simple as wearing the same clothes too many times before washing them. The good news is you don't need major changes to stay fresh and confident. Here are some simple tips that can make a big difference. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to combat dry mouth, one of the main causes of bad breath. Chew sugar-free gum or mints to keep your breath fresh throughout the day. Use an alcohol-free mouthwash to maintain fresh breath without irritation. You can also switch to a stronger deodorant to stay fresh. In particular, wear cotton, linen, or other breathable fabrics that allow sweat to evaporate, and always wash your clothes, sheets, and accessories regularly. And remember that aging doesn't have to mean losing your presence. With just a few simple changes, you can walk into any room with confidence, energy, and warmth. So, here's a challenge for you. Over the next few days, try making 1 or 2 small changes. It could be something like drinking a little more water, switching to a different mouthwash, or washing your shirt one day earlier than usual. Comment type 6 if you accept this challenge. Now that we've explored these 6 under-the-radar but incredibly helpful habits, you may recognize 1 or 2 of these habits in yourself, and that's perfectly normal. Because all of these habits are fixable. Do you feel like your appearance could use a little improvement? A simple haircut, a new shirt, or manicured nails can help you feel more energetic and polished. Do you find conversations seem a little distant? Practicing intentional pauses, lowering your voice, or asking more questions can help draw people back in. Do you find yourself in a negative state? Balancing your concerns with curiosity, humor, or gratitude can lead to more interesting conversations and stronger connections. Worried about posture or hygiene? Just a few small changes like standing up straighter, drinking more water, or switching your mouthwash can help you regain your confidence. You don't have to make a big change, just a few thoughtful tweaks can make a noticeable difference. So here's my challenge for you. Pick 1 tip from today's session and give it a try this week. It could be as simple as standing a little taller when you enter a room. Or maybe it's refreshing your wardrobe, or bringing a bit more positivity into your conversations. Whatever you choose, pay attention to how people respond, and more importantly, notice how you feel. And don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know which tip you'll be trying out and why. Your insights are incredibly valuable, and your experience could inspire others to make positive changes too. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the latest video.